Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lemurian Phoenix. I think it's the last case, because I don't think the first DLC didn't have like a bonus extra case. It's just the main game that does that, I think. So I'm expecting this to be the last one. Alrighty, I assume they're burning down the Koi's temple, and based on the name of the DLC, the Lemurian Phoenix, maybe Koi doesn't die? Maybe Koi rises from the ashes? Oh yeah, actually, also, how does this connect back to the king being murdered as well? Anyway, okay, let's do it. Blaze of glory. A victor rises from the ashes, of course. Of course. What did we expect? A familiar place. Maybe guards or soldiers. Oh, I think it's the king's guards, yes. I think this might be our friend over here. Should we click on her? Yep. To think they nearly left you in there. You're coming with me. Indeed. I like this like feeling of with the Golden Idol stories of how it's just like a bunch of kind of loosely connected stories. It's just like these big things happening in different places, like influencing each other in small ways. That's kind of cool. It kind of like shows the kind of domino effect of these huge events happening, these huge catastrophic events. Okay, so this would have been the secret room here, and it's got a forklift in it as well, and a green something or other. Looks like a trapdoor or something. This is the garage. This is the room we haven't seen before. I guess we'll never get to see it now. And this is the office. And so we would have been, yeah, at this wall looking that way in that other scene with the window along there. Okay, it's kind of hard to see the clickable things. Here we go. So somebody got crushed and they are in shackles. And they have a circle with a wispy line going across it. And a wiggly line means will, not must, right? Oh, I see. It's this. So this was hot and has burnt your skin. Okay, so a valve on a door or something. Is that a trapdoor or something else? Does it also have water on top of it as well? Green, red valve. I don't think... Oh, for some reason I completely forgotten that we had this view. I thought this was the only view we had. So yeah, it's a valve, but it's not in the floor. No, I think it's fallen from somewhere. Like maybe it was in the... There was a valve. Was there not a thing? Or a trapdoor in the roof here? Wait, not here. Here. No, there's not. There's the door. Yes, okay. We could have a look inside though, just in case there's something. I think not. Yeah, I don't know what to tie that to yet. Okay, back to Blaze of Glory. It's interesting that there seems to be water on it as well, which is odd because you think if the handle were hot, the whole thing would be hot, and this water would be evaporating, especially that hot. Okay. Oh, is it part of the forklift? Do they have a green thing on them with a valve? I doubt it. Let's have a look. Nah. Yeah, okay. Unless there was something on the other one that's being used in there. Perhaps, but perhaps not. Okay, so next. Why are there these pipes in the floor? Oh, this is where they were digging the pits before. This music is so weird. Weird, very weird. These are like the things from Teletubbies. Like time for Tubby bye bye, etc. Yeah, some kind of pipe exhaust or something, or it could be for audio, I don't know. There's three of them, and I think it is whatever was being buried there, because there was a pit here, and they were digging it out. So I wonder what they've buried there. Apparently I've missed something here. Oh, wait, what? Okay, so this is in the floor and there's something underneath it. Holy moly. Interesting. I guess I'm here now. There's a belt on here. That looks bloody, I think. But also like torn. Is it a belt? Yeah, I guess it's a belt. Do we know anybody that wears a red belt? Spiritual and elegant. This is koi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it a join the dots? No. First Sentinel Koi Nagasai says, asceticism needn't be austere. What does that mean? Asceticism. Asceticism. Severe self-discipline and avoiding of all forms of indulgence. Okay. Famous symbol of koi. Yeah, the triangle. Palladium necklace. Palladium jewelry is more expensive than platinum because it is harder to make. Okay. Hand-woven mantle decorated with traditional Lemurian pattern. Black pearl bracelet once belonged to Lankan Raja family. Okay. If we could connect that to the Lemurian vampire DLC, I think. Silk garments was custom made in Louis Bernard fashion house. Or Louis Bernard. 5. Okay, that's the thing you're wearing underneath. 7-headed serpent tattoo circling palm and back of right hand. Donate to Koi's charitable foundation and get one as a sign of your generosity. Right. This is basically like in a fashion magazine when they label all the things and say like where they come from or whatever. Or sometimes it's like a house, so it's like this sofa is a whatever, blah blah blah. 7. Model 4823 platinum watch from Brott Simon's latest collection. Okay. Such weird music. We were like 4 pictures nested deep there. So there's some kind of I don't know. So there's some kind of room, like bunker or something, where they have a toilet, they have a bed, and they have this, which is weird. But could this be connected to those? It's kind of hard to tell. Does that keep going up, or does it go through a wall? Like, it's hard to see there. Why is there a belt on here? It's got a yellow handle on this side, red handle on the other side. Well, that is in the floor. Okay. Okay. We'll look at, like, were you down there? Were you imprisoned? Who were you? Red belts. But you were grabbing this handle from this side? Not necessarily. You might have been grabbing the handle from the other side. But it's more likely this handle would be hot than that handle. Because it seems like the fire was on this side. Yeah, this doesn't look very, like, installed. Like, this looks like rock. How have they done this? It's like dirt. Like, you'd expect a trapdoor like this to be mounted in something, although maybe that's the mount, but still, you'd expect something more than that, I think. Anyway, I think I'm being picky. So are these the same ones from before? Midnight donations, first sentinel dies, elder son succeeds him. If the first sentinel had no sons, there could be no new first sentinel until another is chosen by the universe to fulfill the ancient prophecy. As twins, there can be 2 first sentinels. Sin is no longer to be met with punishment, but compassion. The first sentinel Nagasai will live forever. This one still has nothing on it, I guess. So those are exactly the same as they were before, as far as I can tell. Hello. This experience has given me a whole new perspective on life. As such, my first act... Wait, so it's not going to be Koi, it's going to be Ori, right? Although, I don't know. It could be either. It could be neither of them. Okay. So we don't know who the Phoenix is going to be. The waterfall said it would be Ori that survives, so that's not necessarily true, right? Because I don't think the waterfall really said anything. As such, my first act will be to put an end to donations and punishment. After that, I would like to live out the rest of my days in solitude, though I will always be with you in spirit. A small key with a crown on it, okay. Interesting. With a crown on it. So some relation to the king or the royalty or something? Oh, that's that. I keep clicking on that thing, it's going to take me to the bus, but no. Okay. What are you folks up to? So we've got the fire extinguishers again. They're all full right now. All full, not awful. They're perfectly fine fire extinguishers, but they're all full. How can this be? We cannot deny the blessed waterfall's choice. It truly is a miracle. Okay, so you got two of these keys as well. Government badge. So the serpent with the dagger. Hold on. Let's look more specifically at the thing that's down here. Seven-headed serpent tattoo. So that's different. Yeah. Okay. It's maybe the King's Guard or something. Government badge. Sure. First Sentinel Ori Nagasai has challenged his brother First Sentinel Koi Nagasai to a trial by ordeal. Koi has accepted the challenge. Both men will be locked inside Koi's temple, shackled to one another, at the hands and feet. The building will be set ablaze by their dedicants, who will guard all possible exits, alongside soldiers from King Lutri Manzek's royal army. The blessed waterfall will surely protect he is worthy of his position, leaving he who is undeserving to perish, despite the fact that the waterfall is miles away. Did they not think that maybe the waterfall being right next to the other temple might have had something to do with it? So this might be two people. Or it might be one person and we're being tricked in some way. Like, everything could be a trick in these games. Wait, hold on. That's a left hand. That's a left hand. It is two people. They're both left hands. That's a thumb, that's a thumb. Okay. It's two people. Unless it's somebody with two left hands. Prior to today's trial, Ori and Koi Nagasai chose their respective overseers as follows. Ori and Koi, okay. Restraint Zira Legsoy, Exit Way, Kwanzaa Rafeli, right, I remember you, and Anya Trans, I remember you, Ignition. Koi, Jamati Pira, you the helper that was disposing of the body. Tessa Navari. Oh yeah, I was wondering, like, why did we even have the numbers? Why did Jamati Pira need the numbers for disposing of the body? I don't know. Maybe that'll be connected here. Tessa Navari, Exit Way. And Ignition, Fess Relaki. Okay. So they had a wonderful job, Anya and Fez. Restraint overseers to secure shackles, okay. Ooh, but no, they're connected like this. Interesting, they're not shackled directly to each other, but the shackles are looped around each other. Is it? This is making me wonder if there's like a way of... It's like one of those knot puzzles. Is there a way of getting out of this? No, because like that, like your body and your arms and that shackle form a loop, and your arms and that shackle and your body form a loop. So that's two loops interconnected with each other. And same down here, yeah, okay. I think. Although those like knot untangling puzzles are often not very intuitive. Okay, so you're tying like that. Are they actually blue and orange or are they not? This one is bluish, so it could be. Okay. There's a belt as well. Don't forget the belts. This is interesting. Exit way overseers to ensure all exits blocked. Okay. I guess it's a staff of some sort. Ignition overseers to start fire. Do they have a blue fire and an orange fire? Probably not. So do we expect Ori is blue and Koi is orange? That means Ori has died, at least. So this might be Koi here, or they both died. But how have you become uncoupled? Oh, in fact, they've got symbols on them. Okay. So we know blue is... No, blue is Koi then. Well, that's confusing. It's because the square is Ori, yes. Okay. This music is nuts. These children chanting in my ears. What about you? Hang on, Many. Who was Many again? I'm still struggling to keep up with the victory speech, and before that started, I didn't have time to finish the minutes. My fingers are going... Oh, it's the... Yeah, I remember you. You were having the food here, right? Here? Yeah, it's you. Many Labop, I believe. Many. Yep. Who were you? Okay, don't know, something. Sorry. Hang on, Many. I'm still struggling to keep up with the victory speech, and before that started, I didn't have time to finish the minutes. My fingers are going to fall off at this rate. So there were meeting minutes, and you didn't finish those, so they're going to be on the finish on here, and then you've got a victory speech, okay. Please bear with me. I'm still not entirely sure what just happened, but I'll do my best to recount everything. This morning, as I prayed in the study, I entered a deep trance. I lost all sense of time and space. When my consciousness returned to this earthly plane, I found myself surrounded by fire and smoke, yet I felt no pain. Instead, I heard the voice of our beloved waterfall that said, "Fear not, child of the universe, for this is your destiny. This experience has given me a whole new perspective on life, as such my..." Okay, so this is the minutes, this is the speech. So you're saying you were praying and then you came back and you were surrounded by fire? But you were shackled together and everything, so there's something going on there. The Master of Ceremonies called the trial to order. Zero Legstoy and Nali Zarata searched the participants, shackled them together inside the prayer hall, and returned the keys to the Master of Ceremonies. Okay. Zero Legstoy, Nali... So where's Jamati Piragon? Return the keys to the Master of Ceremonies. Kwanzaa Rafeli and Tessa Navari ensured all exits were locked, I think that's correct, as well as blocked by at least one follower from each camp. The king's soldiers also assumed their positions. Imagine. I mean, this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. But imagine, like, trapping somebody in a place with fire and then being like, no, I'm not allowed to let you out. This is part of the little ritual we're doing. People, huh? And, like, you could easily say, like, oh, but this is fiction. Don't say that. But, like, stuff like this has happened in the world, and yeah, it's horrendous. The king's soldiers also assumed their positions. Anya Tranta and Fez Rolaki handed out Molotov cocktails to all followers from both camps and saw that they were thrown through every window in unison. Hold on, what? Oh, so they used Molotov cocktails to set the fire? Okay. Soldiers also assumed their positions, which is presumably where they are right now. Anya Tranta and Fez Rolaki, that's the correct names, handed out Molotov cocktails to all followers from both camps and saw that they were thrown through every window in unison. Just in here, maybe? Or in the whole place? Maybe the whole place. The fire was allowed to rage for several hours, wow, until it finally died down by itself. Victor declared as... Seems to be coy, but then maybe it's like whoever was trapped in this basement? There's no indication that you're shackled. It's interesting, your arm looks blue, but I think it's just meant to be the lighting, because you can see it. There's like rim lighting here. You've got one of these keys. And you were praying. In the study. Is the study your weird underground thing? Okay, I'm looking forward to piecing these events together. A government badge. Hello, Many. Psst. Scribe, take down this message discreetly and have it delivered to King Lutri at once. Your Highness, I regret to inform you that today's trial has not gone to plan. Our insider could not be found this morning. Our insider? Interesting. The person in the basement. I regret to inform you that today's trial has not gone to plan. Our insider could not be found this morning, but we saw no way to hold proceedings without arousing suspicion. Interesting. Now the trial has ended, the spectators have accepted their new sole first sentinel. So they had some other plan that we need to figure out. Approved. Strictly confidential. Advisory report. Trial by ordeal. The Royal Council has reviewed First Sentinel Ori Nagasai's challenge to his brother Koi. Several council members initially raised concerns about the possibility of Ori becoming the sole First Sentinel should Koi perish. Without Koi's limiting influence, they argued, Sorry, without cause limiting influence, they argued, Ori's unpredictable nature could render him difficult to control. As First Sentinels are among the few afforded the privilege of holding private counsel with His Majesty, maintaining stability in this role is paramount. The favoured party was contacted discreetly to confirm that he had a plan to ensure his survival. So the favoured party is Koi. His plan satisfies our conditions and his accomplice has passed our clearance checks. So the accomplice, I think, is... what's his face then? I don't remember his name. The guy that was disposing of the body, maybe? So they've teamed up to try and guarantee Koi's survival. So I'm guessing it's not Koi that's alive then. Otherwise there'd be no twist, right? Otherwise it would have gone to plan. I think it's something else. Maybe it is the assistant guy. His plan satisfies our conditions and his accomplice has passed our clearance checks. We have provided the spare for handover. Sorry, let's read that again. Favoured parties was contacted discreetly to confirm that he had a plan to ensure his survival. His plan satisfies our conditions and his accomplice has passed our clearance checks. We have provided the spare for handover. The spare. The spare what? Therefore, His Majesty King Lutri Manzek has authorized the trial by ordeal. Okay. The spare for handover. I guess we've got to figure that out. Strictly confidential copy of brother's correspondence provided by Koi. Okay, you always were a few rungs short of a full ladder. Why on earth would I accept such a challenge? Get stuffed. So you admit you could not possibly win, then you should renounce your title, or have you no shame whatsoever? I've changed my mind. I now realise there is no chance of me losing, so why shouldn't I take this opportunity to double my following? Before long, I'll be living better than ever off your dedicants' donations. Well, except they burned all their money. What a pity you won't be around to see it. That settles it. My dedicants and I will show up at your temple on the date given to me by the waterfall. You will receive no advance notice. I don't want you preparing any of your tricks. Okay, so you don't even know when it's going to happen. Even the palace will not know when the trial is to take place until I inform them on the day itself. So dramatic. Fine, I'll be here, ready and waiting. Because there was something interesting about the date here as well that never came up. It shall be done on the date you have given me. We don't have a date as far as I'm aware. This is a date in the scene somehow. We know what numbers look like. Is the date the code? 1594? No, I don't think that makes any sense. Maybe it's just not stated. Okay. That was everything there. Right, now where do we go? Now where do we go? We've only seen like half of the stuff. Am I... what? There's nothing else there. There's nothing else there. Nothing else there. These buildings don't have anything on them. Nothing else here. Oh, are we doing another one like the end of Rise of the Golden Idol where we have to do this before it opens up the next thing? I think we are. Oh dear. Okay, so we've got to figure out from just this. But how much do we have to figure out? That's the problem with this kind of thing. It's like, well, maybe some of the details don't matter yet until this later thing. Okay, so in the secret room, there was also a trapdoor going underground to somewhere. There's a red belt. Can we like look at a previous one and see if there's any red belts? I mean, you're not wearing a belt. You're not wearing a belt. Nobody wears belts. You wear a lovely yellow outfit. Yeah, I don't know about those belts. So what would your plan be to survive? To go into this trapdoor? But you're also tied together, so how would you deal with that? We're also tied together. You tried to open this. But why wouldn't it work? Why would there be a problem to try to open this? I mean, it was hot, so maybe you just couldn't open it because it was so hot. I presume you do have to turn that to open it? I guess so. This belt is interesting. How is this relevant as well? I think something sneaky has been done with the tying of the shackles, right? This is 2 left hands though, is it not? That's totally a left hand. Is it definitely? Yeah, that's the thumb. For sure. Nobody can bend their little finger like that. In fact, it doesn't have enough, joints in it. This is 2 left hands. With the same shackle on both. Well, unless it's not, unless it's... We don't know that the shackles probably aren't different colours. So... Yeah, we don't know that you're necessarily actually attached. This might not be connected here. So there are definitely 2 people here, though. There are definitely 2 people here. One of them tried to open this. The building collapsed on them. But it's been going for hours, so the building collapse would have happened a lot later. Yeah. You were down here, and you have emerged. You've opened this from below, I think. And who were you? What is this weird thing? Is it connected to these? You seem to be like a prisoner or something though, right? Like somebody's shutting you in here. Oh, hold on, does this... Are we looking southwards now? So is that room directly underneath this? Yeah, I think that was what's being installed then, right? I think that is that. So that might just be ventilation so that you can breathe while you're down there. Okay. Although this looks like a tank of some sort. A tank of water, or... I don't know. And so have you freed yourself, or were you not captive? Were you down there voluntarily? Who would have been put down there? Who did we even have? We had the helper person. And you have one of these small keys, which you also have for the shackles. Okay. It's the same color as the shackles. Okay. Surely there should be 4 of those, or maybe not, maybe just 2. 1 for each handcuff. But you've got 2 here. Restraint overseers. Hands and feet. Oh yeah, don't forget that there's also... so yeah. I guess you would expect 4, or are they all the same? No, they look different. Okay, we should look at the teeth. So, small gap, slightly wider gap, big gap, and then 3. What about what you've got? Yeah, so that's the same as that one. Okay, so one of them is probably for... No, I don't know. Why would they have different keys? There's 4 shackles involved. So I either expect 4 different sets of keys, or just the same key for all of them, I guess. Do we have any other keys? Did I forget? Not here. These have been removed so that they can't extinguish the fire, obviously. Okay. And you are there all praying, of course you are. You're just leaving, and that's the beginning of your story, basically. It's two people for sure. So it's going to be the two brothers. So this is going to be the assistant, almost certainly, and that's why the assistant wasn't involved in the proceedings. So why did you agree to do the thing? Prior to today's trial, so this was written today. Jamati Pira, but who actually did it? Nali Zarati. Is that a name I know? That's the wrong one, isn't it? No, that's the right one. No, at least not from here. Oh, it might be one of these. Yeah. Oh no, you're Tessa Navari. Nali Zarati. So it's you, the coddled one. And what was your thing? What was the... Where was the thing about who should be given which names? Was it in... Did you have it? No, did you have it? Yes. Which one are you again? Maggie Carter. So you want to prove that you can handle yourself, seeks to impress when subtly undermined, so then we said you were coddled, okay. Maggie Carter. So you stood in. I don't know whether to read much into that. Except for the fact that... But they've decided on these today, right? Restraint overseers to secure shackles. So then let me read the... Let me read... Zira Lextoy and Nali Zarati, so the coddled one, searched... Is Zira Lextoy one of them as well? Search participants, shackle them together inside the prayer hall, and return the keys to the Master of Ceremonies. Okay, so they had a plan, so at least Koi had a plan to avoid this somehow. Kwanzaa Rafeli and Tessa Navari ensured all exits were locked, as well as blocked by at least one follower. Was the plan to have you in there with a key that would allow him to unshackle you? Or something? After the fires were started? But for some reason you didn't? But you were building this earlier, before all this kicked off, so... Maybe you just needed a secret bunker for stuff. Something here's got to be relevant, right? There's no watch on any of these, but they're left arms? They're both left arms. Left arm watch. But it could be just further down your arm. Uh-huh. Forklift is here. Is there anything else to notice here? It just looks like rubble. So, current theory is that you were down there and you've come out. What's with the belt? Like how this is just the first part of this. There's like 3 more things to fill in after this. Is that burnt or is it bloody? Maybe it's burnt somehow. Why is it laid over the... Or is it just worn? It doesn't look just worn. It looks bloody mostly to me. Did you... What would make it bloody? I feel like it's somehow been... Well, obviously it's somehow been broken, but... Why and how? And were you allowed to just let yourself out of here? Like maybe this was here so that you would always stay in the secret room and nobody would ever know about you. And you would just help do all of the magical things. You'd help with all the magic tricks and you'd just stay there and nobody would ever know that you existed. That might be it. This is totally water on here as well, isn't it? Why is there water here? It's not like anybody's tried to extinguish it yet, right? Also, they don't have water. I don't see any water around. Why is there water on this? It also doesn't look like it's been opened, because like this covers that bit there. You certainly wouldn't expect there to still be stuff on top. You also wouldn't expect the water to just be fine, given that there's been a fire around it. Unless somebody did that to try and cool it down. I don't think that would really win over a blaze heating it up. I think the water would just evaporate. I feel like I need to reread some stuff. What was here? Is this relevant this time? Like, you're letting me read it for some reason. First true, first sentinel Nagasai will live forever. Who are you? This experience has given me a whole new perspective on life. As such, my first act will be to put an end to donations and punishment. After that, I would like to live out the rest of my days in solitude, though I will always be with you in spirit. Like, yeah, so you're going back to the original thing. This experience. And you said this, apparently. Please bear with me, I'm still not entirely sure what just happened, but I'll do my best to recount everything. This morning as I prayed in the study. Where's the study? I entered a deep trance and lost all sense of time and space. When my consciousness returned to this earthly plane, I found myself surrounded by fire and smoke, yet I felt no pain. Instead I heard the voice of our beloved waterfall. It said, "Fear not, child of the universe, for this is your destiny." This experience has given me a whole new perspective on life. As such, my first act will be to put an end to donations and punishments. After that, I would like to live out the rest of my days in solitude. So it does connect those two together. I hadn't noticed that before. So you like weren't even aware of anything? If you're telling the truth. And I guess they didn't know what day this stuff was going to happen on. Until the day. How odd. What do I do with all this? Would this have water in it? I don't really know what this is at all. Except for the fact that it might be connected to these. I think it is connected to these. Notice also there's a weird shadow here, almost like that's where that corridor is. And there's a room here with those coming out of it. Why so many of those? This is definitely the kind of one where I'm not sure I can just stick with like not reading these for a while, because like it might not want me to be figuring everything out right now. Which Which makes me not love this format of like splitting up like that. Like, I get why they do it, but I think I'd rather without that. But can I figure out anything else first? What's inside? Like, what was their plan? To have somebody else with an extra key, right? Is there anything that says like each would have a separate key or something? Maybe that's what the blue and orange means here? No, this is the two teams. What did your thing say? Not that one, this one. Master of Ceremonies called to trial to order. Return to the keys. To the Master of Ceremonies. So you must be the Master of Ceremonies. But there's an extra key on that person. At least one follower from each camp. The King's soldiers also seen their positions. So all the exits were locked, but there's this other room underneath that they don't know about, I guess. Anya Tranta and Fez Rolaki handed out Molotov cocktails to all followers, so that they were thrown through every window in unison. Fire was allowed to rage for several hours until it finally died down by itself. Victor declared as... Ooh, I just thought of something interesting from back here. You said a particular word. Oh no, not here. Oh, you said a particular word that I didn't understand at the time. Once this is done, I can finally... No, rest. Oh, no, I thought it was... I can finally be free. I can finally rest. Permission to leave. You do need permission to leave. What did you write about? Reliable ever since he showed up here, had opportunity to turn on me early on, but proved his loyalty and worth that day. Not too bright but useful servant, as is told, no questions asked. Gresto died. Unless there's a twist here. The plants are all gone. This is just the roof fallen in. This is two left hands. One of them tried to do this. Why? Was this the plan? The secret plan? Is this... coy? And you didn't think about the fact that this would be hot or something? No, that doesn't make sense. Or you were down there and you somehow didn't know. I guess because they didn't know which day it would be. Maybe you just had to stay down there until they came down. Maybe he was going to kill his brother and then open this up and then climb down. Oh, in fact, we can tell that it does come this way because this is on the left from this angle. You can see it there. But it's on the right from this angle. So therefore we're flipped around and we're looking back down this way. Okay, interesting. There's a ladder coming out. There's a light here. There's a belt. This is my biggest mystery so far. Has this even been opened? It must have been. That's how you've left. So I don't think I should worry about that too much. So I guess it's just not hot on this side, although I feel like it would conduct through pretty quickly and easily, and it'd be very hot on both sides. Unless you use this somehow to open it. Does it open up or down? Probably up, but... See, it's also notable that you seem to have grabbed it twice, if not more. Well, I guess that was just like, you grabbed it once, it was too hot, you're like, oh no, but I need to get out of here, grab it again, it's still too hot. The water on top is weird. The water on top is very weird. Assuming that is water? I think it is. Yeah, somebody tried to cool it down or something, but then it would be evaporated. There's also soil here. Is that from the planters? Was there something in that room? If we go back to here, is there something that could match up with that? Like in here? No. There are the plants, which have been watered. So maybe he just watered it and The water from the soil is now on the thing. That doesn't make any sense. I kind of feel like I'm going to have to start answering this though. I'm worried that there is something I can figure out right now, but I can finally rest. Once I do this, I can finally rest. So it's actually like you didn't really want to be working for him. So maybe you got put in there because you were getting sick and tired of it, and he's like, no, you're staying here. What's with the belt? Like, I can't tell what this is. Is it blood? If it's blood, who's bleeding? Not you. Is there anything on you that is worth noting? Not really. I wonder if they think like you are like the two brothers risen together or something. Is there anything else to notice here as well? Any details on your hands? Yeah, these two shackles are two separate shackles. I think we just go for it. I don't think I'm figuring anything else out here. Okay. Ori, it's kind of hard to remember who's who. Challenged Koi. Koi accepted thinking he would win if he something or something from something. If he hid a key from or if he obtained or received a key from King Lutri Manzek. Something, here's something with it. And then something, something. So even just figuring out the structure here is weird. Koi Nagasai accepted, thinking he would win if he received a key from Lutri Manzek, locked his something with it, and then something, something. But before proceedings began, something, the something, and then something it with a something. So, okay, let's go back to, it's giving me a little bit of a prompt. The fact that it was supposed to be you doing this. So did you do something else? Did you sabotage the whole thing so that you could become the leader? Like, we don't know what happened between your name being written here and then suddenly you not being involved. Okay. Like, I almost want this to be like, gave it to the assistant, and then something as something. So bunker's a word, but you can't lock your bunker unless you installed the bunker. But none of these have locks on them anyway, so. What would the plan be? It's gonna be like locked his something with it, and then, but he didn't lock his thing. And I really think Jamati Pira is involved here. I think it's you. Receives a key. Oh, this might also be from Jamati Pira. Is it received or stole? I don't think anything was stolen, but maybe something was stole. Yeah, so maybe it's stole here. Like, something's going on with you. Stealing something. I do find this quite hard to do without looking at the words. Koi Nagasai accepted thinking he could win if he received a key from Jamati Pira shackled his... Sorry, locked his shackles with it. I'm not going to do this, I'm just going to put it in so I can think about what it's going to be, and then something or something. And then... And then... Oh, so this is, yeah, this is after. So it's unlocked his shackles with it, and then enter the bunker. That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, okay, okay. That is what I expected. But before proceedings... Is the key coming from Jamati Pira? I think so, because it's you that's got the key. But before proceedings, Jamati Pira stole the key? The belt is somehow involved here, isn't it? Stole the something and then something it with a belt? Or exited the bunker? It does feel like I'm having to fill in a lot of events here that aren't super telegraphed here. Before proceedings began. So between the name being written down on the thing and you not being involved then. Entered the bunker and then... Oh, and then like sealed it with a belt or something like that? Locked it with a belt? Does that make any sense? And then you broke this afterwards? That maybe you tied that to there. I see. And that's why you couldn't open this. Oh, so it's not a thing you have to turn. It's just a handle you have to lift. I thought it was like a kind of valve-like thing. Yeah, okay. So that would have just been tied to there. And then you've like broken this. It really looks like blood on there. But I guess it's not. Maybe it just eventually burns from the heat or something? Or maybe you broke it yourself somehow? Before proceedings began, yeah, entered the bunker and then sealed it, or locked it with a belt. As a result, only Jamati Pira. Now the question is whether I've got the names right here. I feel like this could make sense with what I've seen. Yay, okay, cool. Let's open these so that... Okay, so, oh, we do get more scenes, of course we do. Is it back in time or forward in time, or neither? Okay, so this is you, this in the past, burying. So this is why you needed to know the code. 1594, you are in, indeed. First sentence only. This music. Corey really has a sick mind choosing this of all places, although I suppose no one will ever disturb the sacred ground here. Hang on a second. It is when you get there. I suppose this isn't once you're done. Hang on a second. Did you find something? Also, these glowing mushrooms are interesting. Okay, so now we know the distance between there and there. There's a ladder between them. Yeah, we know this is the code. Last night I was once again haunted by my dark secret in my sleep. Will this recurring nightmare never cease? As so often before, my father's spectre entered my room when darkness fell. He lifted a finger to his lips and whispered, you will pay for what you did to me, a life for a life. Yeah, so why the burying here? There's something more to that, isn't there? JP's permission to leave, yep. So this all seems as expected. Okay, you've got the mushrooms glowing in your glasses. There's mushrooms back there. What are you noticing? Oh, I think I need to get rid of this sound, don't I? It's gone, it's gone. We're not looking. I didn't look at what was going on. Some kind of presentation. Is this like the communication or something? That doesn't make sense. Hang on a second. So you're clearly noticing the mushrooms, that's why it's showing me this. Why is that relevant? Maybe it's relevant only once I've seen the other scene. And it does seem a bit random, burying here. I guess it is just like you're gonna always bury your enemies here after you've killed them? I don't know. Or maybe what you've noticed is there's like a passage back here or something? Is there a way through? There's like a platform there or something. I'm not sure. Okay, I guess we'll look at the next one. Unless I'm missing anything? I don't think so. Prophecy is fulfilled. First Sentinel's reborn. Miracle at the waterfall. Suddenly fire rages to the temple. Will Pravi survive? But then a mighty wind howls from the east. The blessed waterfall is redirected. Right. A miracle Pravi is saved. Prophecy is fulfilled. First Sentinel is reborn. Miracle at the waterfall. Okay, so this is that. Okay, who are these people watching this? Also note that it isn't mystical, it's just the wind blew the water. Could this really have been the result of a miracle wind like they say? Something about the footage seems off. Something about the footage seems off. I mean, I'm assuming it's not real, right? It's a reenactment? I mean, yeah, it's like somebody's behind there. Okay, is that what we're saying? That somebody was just standing here and put out the fire? Wait, how has this been filmed? I'm confused. Did they actually film it? Maybe they did? Right, it definitely certainly looks like the water's being sprayed, okay. Ticket stub, a few coins. To honor the death of First Sentinel Pravi Nagasai, the classic Miracle at the Waterfall will be showing all week at the Lagoon Theatre. Well, it's the first miracle ever to be captured on film. Okay, so this is apparently the actual event. Real footage of the divine moments that gave rise to the first true First Sentinel. It didn't feel like the kind of event that would have been filmed, but okay. An ancient prophecy fulfilled. After the inferno, only one shall rise, bearing the mark of the universe. Admissions to different kind of currency only. Okay. Okay. Maybe it was. What else would explain the water's trajectory? If only we had a better viewing angle. Like I do over here. So, it was all a hoax. That included, I guess. Tick stub. Pack of playing cards. Did either Koi or Ori know? Was it Koi or Ori doing that? Or was it the scribe or something? Pack of playing cards. Interesting, why? Hello darling, thank you for those wonderful photographs. What a handsome young man my grandson has become. How lucky he is to have inherited such a strong set of features from you and Shastai. Give my love to the family. Okay, hold on, we were learning about you. There's these two, Shastai and Danisi? Okay. At the public cinema screening yesterday, husband and wife Shastai and Danisi Akai were overheard questioning the veracity of the miracle. And they were found guilty, okay. I'm still unsure how this ties together with the first case, where the king is murdered. Is he murdered by this guy that I can't remember the name of? You. So this is them questioning it, and then are you overhearing them and go, oh my god, you can't say that. I think you had a better viewing angle. Thank you for this wonderful photographs of your own son. What a handsome young man my grandson's become. How lucky he is to have inherited such a strong set of features from you and Shastai. Give my love to the family. So this is from your dad. Okay. So you're the kid. How dare they doubt the blessed waterfall and in public? As soon as this ends, I'm reporting them to the king, to King Lovetree's purity guards. Okay, we've clicked on everything. Okay. So what did you realize? You realize, oh, there's like somewhere you can stand over there. Did that make you want to do the thing that you did here? Did it make you realize that you can become powerful just by tricking people. I think so. That might just be it. Have you seen this film before? Maybe. Okay, I think that's what's going on. I think we're gonna have to just fill it in from what we've seen so far. Oh yeah, I just realised how weird it is to have the message and the words on here. Maybe that has happened before, I don't know. What are these events chronologically? Oh gosh. So I'm gonna have to assume that's at the end. Cinema screening, here. Gresto's burial. Or his revelation, what even is that? That is... okay, so something like this. This. Oh, this and that? How would I know those two? How would I know those two? Good question. Can we see the pit being dug? No. Well, the body isn't buried. Oh yeah, because obviously the body's buried the same day as the other thing. Has the body been buried here? Wait, where are the mushrooms? The mushrooms are there. Yes, and they're there as well. Okay. Bit of foreshadowing if you'd noticed them. Is there any way to tell whether the body has been buried yet or not? Because it could be either way around for me right now. Like, what's his face died. The body got brought here, buried here. Then later on, he left. You came. You did this, and you said, "Oh, we're gonna have to have a trial by ordeal." And then that all happened. Or it could be that you said that, and after, or you even had this thing, like where you saw the message, and you haven't even sent the thing yet, the message to Koi that you want the trial by ordeal, but during that time, Koi murders the guy and gets him buried up here. How am I going to pull that apart? There must be a way. There must be a way. That was cool music as well. So right now I've got it this way round. Well, I guess the burial and Koi's miracle should go together. And maybe it's just this? But how to know which order those two and these... Well, okay, so you're definitely there. I think. Well, how do we know when the cinema screening is relative to anything else? Well, we know the cinema screening is while King Lutry's still alive, yes. Okay, so we do know it's before then. And that's a really good point. How do we know? Ah, because the advisor's still alive. Okay, hold on. Yes, okay. Ooh. Oh gosh, I've had to look back at the menu. It's not where I meant to be. Where am I going? Here. There we go. Okay. I'm glad I've tried to figure stuff out, because that means that actually that is much earlier. Well, it's before then for sure. And it also seems to be while they're still alive, or like still friendly with each other. So it might even be way back here. Ooh, are you... Oh, you are totally our friend, aren't you? King Lutry's purity guards. Ooh, I do like this. There's kind of a meta puzzle going on here that requires all of them. I think you are our guy, this guy, right? That nose. That looks like your nose. I mean, that's hard to say for certain. It's odd what your nose is doing, like moving in and out. But when we were first introduced to you, here... What did you say about, what did you write? Reliable ever since he showed up here. I had the opportunity to turn on me early. Turn on me early. Proved his loyalty and worth that day. Not too bright, but useful servant. I think it's totally you. And you went there because you really believed in it. And you... But then you later realized that actually they were right. Yeah, okay. Once you saw the platform behind the thing. Okay. So Simmer screening. Koi's miracle. Oh, it's kind of hard to say. Like, that's the same day, so they're probably together, right? I don't know whether these two are there and this one there, or these two are here and this one's there. There's got to be a way of figuring that out. I mean, this feels like it was before you'd been threatened. And I feel like you probably got threatened with the trial by fire, like, soon after getting the message from this. Okay, let's just see if there's a way of figuring it out. It's Revelation. Well, also the order of these sort of implies it as well, maybe? Maybe? Does it? 1594. It looks like that. Does that look like it's been freshly dug? The mushrooms are here. Is there anything else I can work out from this? What's that? Ooh. The ladder was here. The ladder was here. So the ladder is before that. Okay. That does it. Yep. The ladder. Oh, that's another mushroom there, I see. Okay. That's it. Done. So the ladder was before this. Yay! Cool, that was satisfying to get that last little detail. Wait. Did we not do this one yet? I guess we do plan next? Why are they in a different order? That's weird. Oh, interesting. Yeah, this feels like it'd be really hard to do without looking at this, because I don't even know what it wants to ask anymore. Like, I feel like I have all the details, but I guess maybe I don't. Somebody knew when to hide in the bunker because, sure, so this will be Jamati Pires, surely. Because who told who the trial date? The golden idol. I don't think the golden idol's relevant here. The trial date. Who told? Well, it's going to have to be you, right? But who would have told you? The king or... The king or... Well, Koi wouldn't know. Only people here would know, right? Because he said you weren't even going to tell the king's guard until the day. But you wouldn't have said. This is after. So in fact, this is after. You only know the date at this point. So you've gone back. Did Tessa do it? Because there was the whole... No. Tessa would have been over there still, I think. Well, hold on, let's go back to here. Whose side is Tessa operating on? In this thing? Here? Nope. Here. Tessa Navarro on Koi's side, right, yes. So somebody related to Ori said when the date was? Before the date? Where, let me find the bit that was about... Oh gosh, I always exit out of there when I need to stay in there. Oh, actually, I think it was on this one. No. Wait. No. I keep going back to the same one. Okay. Here. This one? Both men will be locked inside Koi's temple, shackled to one another at hands and feet. Building will be set ablaze by the Dedicants, who will guard all possible exits, alongside soldiers from King Lutri Manzek's royal army. But where's the bit about the... There is something about the... Oh, is it on you? Oh yeah, there were these. Okay. Not gone to plan. Our insider... Ah, the insider could not be found this morning. Yes. Yes, because it was part of the plan. Yeah, okay. I just forgot that detail. So the king... Well, Koi tried to set up what's-his-face as being the insider, but he's turned on him. So who would I put here? The king? Or... Wait, but the king doesn't know, does he? Where is the bit about the dates? Here? Yes. Sharpen your temple on the date given to me by the whistle. You receive no advance notice. I don't want you preparing any of your tricks. Even the palace will not know when the trial is to take place. Until I inform them on the day itself. So that's when the palace find out. Okay. We provide the spare key, of course, for handover. But they don't know the date yet. So somebody on the day must have said something on the day, but that doesn't make sense. Motivated by power, probably. Was to become the miracle. Become the first sentinel, maybe? That feels a little bit vague. Oh, unless he was trying to debunk. No. Which he achieved. No, he's like become the leader of this thing. Although, no, hold on. I'd like to live out the rest of my days in solitude, though I will always be with you in spirit. Interesting. And ending donations and punishments. Interesting. So you have some kind of... redemption? Faith, love, fear, lust, power. This is so vague. Destroy. The prophecy? Expose? No, you're not exposing it. Because they'll still believe you. You would have said something. But you're like... You're using the fact that they will believe you to kind of end it. Please bear with me, I'm still not entirely sure what just happened, but I'll do my best to recount everything. This morning as I prayed in the study, I entered a deep trance and lost all sense of time and space. When my consciousness returned to this earthly plane, I found myself surrounded by fire and smoke, yet I felt no pain. Instead I heard the voice of our beloved waterfall that said, "Fear not." Yeah, okay, so you're still claiming the spiritual stuff here. Child of the universe, this is your destiny. Experience to give me a whole new perspective on life. As such, my first act will be to put an end to the nation's punishment. After that, I would like to live out the rest of my days in solitude. He wanted to rest? Gosh, this is a bit vague. You went to hide in the bunker because... what names do we have? No, you're dead. No. In theory, you could tell him. I think if you'd know the dates. I mean, that is you. I think it's got to be the king. But the king only knows on the day. That's the thing I don't understand. Hold on, let's go back to... Why would anybody tell him? In fact, you're Anya. You're not the other one. Kwanzaa. Where is Kwanzaa at this point? Gosh, this is asking me to fill in a lot of gaps, isn't it? It's a bit terrifying. Ori's side. So you potentially could know the dates. But where are you at and why would you tell them the dates? Knew when to hide in the book. The funny thing is, I definitely wouldn't be able to answer this without looking at the panels because I wouldn't even know this was a question. Knew when to hide in the bunker because. Oh, maybe it means Ori told Lutri Manzek? Oh, I'm not sure. Could it be any of these? It's not Koi's diaries. Koi's diaries wouldn't know. The monuments. Are these the monuments? I guess this is the monuments. The first sentinel had no sons. There could be no new first sentinel until another is chosen by the universe to fulfill the ancient prophecy. February 13th? Do we have a date somewhere? Why do we have the numbers thing? It wants me to work out some numbers somewhere. But where? I've not seen any numbers anywhere. Have I? Like, why is that a thing? I mean, maybe just to be like, oh, so now we know that he went through that locked gate. But I guess we know that anyway? Like, it feels like that's teaching me the numbers that I'm supposed to use somewhere. To think that nearly left you in there, you're coming with me. Oh, this hasn't been relevant yet, has it? Is there something hidden in this? Is there a join the dots kind of thing going on? I don't understand how. Is there a hidden message encoded in this? 40823. The 4th of August 2023. Do I even know what year it is generally? There's something in this that I haven't figured out yet, for sure. I believe. Okay, so nobody was trapped down here. This is just a bunker that people can use when and if they need it, I guess. Why do we have this? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that forms one number, and then 5, 6, 7. No. Am I being silly thinking that that might be something? Probably. Jamati Pira knew when to hide in the bunker because somebody tells somebody the trial dates. Who? Plan. Provide the spare for handover. Therefore, it's authorized the trial by ordeal. But you don't know which day, right? Even the palace will not know when the trial is to take place until I inform them on the day itself. But somebody else knows, I guess. And you should renounce your title. Your Highness, I regret to inform you that today's trial has not gone to plan. Our insider could not be found this morning, but we saw no way to halt proceedings without arousing suspicion. Now the trial has ended, the spectators have accepted their new sole first sentinel. Yes, this guy. I feel like I'm missing something. Like, I feel like I don't know who knew the dates. It's not like you could figure out the dates now. So let's look at the timeline again. So yeah, you did this. Then you had the revelation. So that's, at that point you know the date is going to happen. And somehow you find out. Who would do that? I'm confused. You're dead. Not you. Because you don't know. Unless you do somehow know, you wouldn't know. The king doesn't know. So who are we even left with? Ori telling him himself. Why would he do that? Kwanzaa Raffaelli telling him. Tessa Navari, I don't know why she would know. Well, unless somehow you can tell from the waterfall, I don't see how that would work. Don't we, like, believe that the waterfall isn't really telling anybody anything? Hang on a second. I'm confused. You went to hide in the bunker because... motivated by something. His final goal, which he achieved, was to, like, dismantle or become... He's clearly not exposing it. Kill, steal. Expose, debunk, protect. Protect? I don't know. This feels too interpretive. Interpretative? How do you say that word? Last night I was once again haunted by my dark secret in my sleep, while this recurring nightmare never ceased. As so often before, my father spectre entered my room when darkness fell. For he really has a sick mind choosing this of all places, although I suppose no one will ever disturb the sacred ground here. He lifted a finger to his lips and whispered, "You will pay for what you did to me. A life for a life." Who was spraying the water? It's definitely you that's there. King Lutri's purity guards. Should I look at this again? Mighty wind howls from the east. Yeah. So What? So all I know that you realise is that somebody could be standing there spraying water out of the waterfall. That's when you realise that it's all nonsense. And you want to rest. Huh. Well, this is true. This is proving to be difficult. Just by faith? I don't think so. Love? No. Money? No. Revenge? No. Fear? No. Lust? No. Power? No. Redemption? Like, it's either power or redemption, right? Or maybe faith? Ugh. I'd like to live out the rest of my days in solitude, though I'll always be with you in spirit. Whole new perspective. Obviously that's all nonsense. You're just saying that. So, okay, so your motivation isn't to, like, protect the prophecy or whatever, or, like, protect the, like, the waterfall or whatever, because that would have been protected anyway, if you just let, core, like, that would have all continued anyway. So I guess just to become the first sentinel. Maybe I was right immediately. I don't know. Knew when to hide in the bunker because somebody tossed somebody the trial date. And it is interesting that it allows the golden ones. It's not the waterfall because, like, obviously that's gibberish. The monument? No. The secret room. There's no way that you could, like, look at these mushrooms and go, oh, I know what date you meant. No. The guy's just writing down whatever he wants to write down. It's got nothing to do with the waterfall, it's got nothing to do with the mushrooms, right? That's not a date. I am confused. So obviously there was a plan, but the King's God didn't know. So again, once again, Gresto Nazi dead. Koi Nagasai doesn't know the trial dates. Or, if anything, you're the receiver of the trial date, but presumably it would be Jamati Pira again. Ori Nagasai does know, but wouldn't tell them. Kwanzaa Rafeli. What do we know about you? We know... Let's go back to, like, here. You shouldn't feel sick or sad for that matter. You should feel nothing in particular, for he's not gone. His consciousness has simply been redistributed. But come on, I've already laid the table. Let's eat breakfast. We don't want last night's leftovers going to waste. We know very little about you. Okay, and then our other options are what? Well, no, because you're the one learning it. Probably. Lutri Manzek. but only on the day, and you wouldn't phrase that like that. You'd say, Lutri Manzek told Jamati Pira on the day that it was happening, or whatever, right? So somehow you've learned the thing earlier. Pravi Nagasawa, you're dead. Tessa Navari, I've got no reason to believe it's you. So then we're left with the gold words, the miracle, the prophecy, the waterfall, Koi's diaries. Koi's diaries here. But why? Once again, you don't know the date either. Let's go back to Revelation. And specifically, what do you say about the date? You say, Blessed One, I have heard your words and record them faithfully. I relent my dedicants imminently. By your command it shall be done, on the date you have given me. What date? Is it to do with the mushrooms in some way? No. How do you have a date here? Is there some way of reading numbers from this? Like you're like you're like one of the sides of the thing, of the number system. The date you have given me. How would a date be conveyed in this world? That's part of the problem. Do I even know what format their dates take? I think I do. Do I? I don't know. Not in this country. The date you have given me. Is it 2, 4, 5? That's another 4 actually. 4. 2, 4, 4. Hang on a second. You're seeing the mushrooms. Realizing it's a hoax, I think. Because suddenly you're piecing together, you're like, oh yeah, those people said. Maybe there's like another perspective. And now you've had that perspective. I don't know. Should I put this in? I feel like there's something massive I'm missing here. Like, you haven't set the trial date to be like an anniversary of something else, right? Have you? Is there some indication that that's true? Like, what were the other things we had out here, actually? Like this. Set up for road duties. Prince Lutri. Recent solstice speech. Okay, so this is at the end. Age of BC. Lemurian Empire's various territories united under current flags. To reflect this, they also adopted the following national motto: After the Inferno, only one shall rise, bearing the mark of the universe. Because of the information lost during this period, the modern population is largely ignorant of this history. Okay, it's a prophecy, sure. It appeared to come true. This is pretty weird. Like, I almost feel like it's going to be the waterfall told him, but that doesn't make any sense. The secret room told him, no. The monument, the golden idol, first sentinel, Koi's diaries, the miracle, the prophecy, the waterfall. Knew when? Do you mean like which day or what time? You knew where to hide in the bunker. So you somehow knew in advance. There's gotta be something in here. Let's look around. There's gotta be something. Is it this? Spiritual and elegant. Famous symbol of koi. Palladium necklace. Palladium jewelry is more expensive than platinum because it's hard to make. Hand-woven mantle decorated with traditional Lemurian pattern. Black pearl bracelet was belonging to the Lankan Raja family. Silk garments was custom made in Louis Bernard fashion house. 7-headed serpent tattoo circling palm and back of right hand. Oh, that's a good point. Did we? Oh, we never saw a right hand there. It was 2 left hands. So maybe that's just supposed to be a red herring for that, maybe? That one is a sign of generosity. So for anybody that thinks that's 2 left and right hands, they go, oh, it's not you. That might be all that is, actually, then. That might just be a red herring only. Or there's a date hidden in it somehow. But then who would have given you this? Nah, it doesn't make any sense. What's with the water on that still? I don't know. Because there's no... It's not like they've been extinguishing it at all, is it? What's your plan for transferring the date to him? But it's like you okay. So if the plan were going ahead as normal, would he even need to know the date? No, because he's involved in like locking. He's like shackling up. So somehow he knew the date early. How? That's the mysterious thing here for sure. Finally rest. Is this a different page or the same page? Last night I was once again haunted by my dark secret in my sleep. Will this recurring nightmare never cease? It's the same. Life for life. Didn't know whether it was just like very similar somehow. Koi's diary. Why are you teaching us about these numbers? Like, I get that the numbers are a thing. But there must be something else I can do with the numbers? Else, why have you done that? You somehow know which is there something on this that is kind of number-like? No. Is there... Then you left you in there, you're coming with me. You're talking about the golden idol for sure. I don't think you're involved. How did you know when it would be? The date you have given me. Or is it the date you have given me? How do you know the date? Is there something else in here that had a date or a date-like thing? No, I mean, some numbers there, but why would you interpret that as a date? Those aren't dates. No. There's nothing. What are you on about? The date you have given me? How is the date given to you? Nothing on here that's date-like? The date you have given me. Do I just start guessing stuff? I'm not sure what I'm missing here. The waterfall. No, clearly not. That doesn't make any sense. Because the waterfall's not actually doing anything. The prophecy, the miracle. The golden idol, the monument. How did you know in advance? You didn't show up this morning, so you were down there already. You knew already. The only way that could happen is if somebody told you. Did Ori tell you for some reason? Why would Ori say anything? He wouldn't. I'm lost. I'm lost. You're the only person I know even knows the thing. I also don't think I believe this either. Motivated by power. Protect the waterfall. Protect the monument. Protect. Steal, debunk. You know, you're not debunking because you're definitely keeping it up. Become, destroy, fulfill the prophecy. Fulfill the prophecy. But the prophecy has already been fulfilled, right? Like. Ah, no, I think I see. So you realize, okay, so you still believe this. Okay, I think I've got it, finally. You still believe this. You just now know that the previous attempts at it were all hoaxes. Wait, but then, you know yours is a hoax as well. No? Or do you somehow believe that... No, you tied yourself down there. Okay, that's definitely something. Oh, like, you obviously know that you're hoaxing them as well. There's no way that can't be true. You've locked yourself down there. You've locked it. Well, you've gone down there. You've closed it shut with the belt, so you knew for sure that you were killing them up there because you knew the plan. Unpredictable nature. The compass has passed our clearance checks. We have provided the spare for handover. This is nuts to figure out. So yeah, you know the two things. So do you still believe it and you're trying to fulfill the prophecy? But that doesn't make sense because... Motivated by faith, his final goal, which he achieved, was to fulfill the prophecy. Because it doesn't seem like he wants any power, so maybe? But you know you're faking it, so I'm not sure I'd phrase it like that, but I could also sort of believe it, because they all think they're fulfilling the prophecy. What's to... like, fake the prophecy. That's not one of the things. Debunk, expose, kill, steal, protect, fulfill. I still don't know how you learnt about the thing. Would Kwanzaa have done it? No, we have no belief that they would ever work with each other. Did the waterfall somehow tell you? Like, somehow you figured out the date in the same way from the waterfall. That's the only thing I can believe. Is it the mushrooms? I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I'm half tempted to put that in and see what happens. I think this is wrong. Yes, okay. It's like very wrong. Oh, this is too vague for me, I think. Motivated by... He's not exposing it because he's going along with it. Protect, destroy, become the first sentence. I don't think any of this makes sense though. For becoming the first sentinel. Are you just saying this for now? Your perspective on life, such my first act will be to put an end to the nations of punishment. Destroy the... Destroy Koi's diaries. Could also be a person. Protect a person. No. Was the waterfall told me the trial date? That's probably like that felt wrong because like I don't understand how the mushrooms would communicate the same date. Is it just... Did Ori somehow tell you? But why? Redemption for what? Revenge for what? Power... Like, become first sentinel? I feel like this is wrong as well. But I'm putting it in because I'm definitely getting to the point where I'm like, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to figure this out. Okay. Jamati Pira knew when to hide in the bunker because somebody told him. Where is there any indication of that happening? And nobody even knows. I mean, is it not you? But it was you that hid. Entered the bunker and unlocked it. Hide in the bunker because it's got to be a person. Kwanzaa, we don't know anything about you between then and now. Tessa? Why would you know? From Koi's side, so you wouldn't know. Kwanzaa might. Anya might, but Anya's not even one of the things. But I don't see any indication that that would be the case. What am I missing? Is it somewhere out of the things? Is it... Am I supposed to, like, look at this one again? Because you're here again. Oh well, look who's dashing off as soon as their section's been recorded. Good riddance then. More good for many. So this is... What's his face? This is him. Goodbye, goodbye, off we go, driver. I believe. Right? Or am I wrong? No, yeah, it's gotta be. But you wanna be... So maybe it is power? Why are you killing the king? This feels so open-ended. But if by power, his final goal which we achieved was to... Oh, do we mean in the very future? Like become king? Well, I don't think he became king really. Become... First Sentinel. Like, everything's just wrong. At this point I'm just guessing, sadly. The waterfall. I mean, it's got to be you that got told, right? Because that's how you knew. Unless, like, it's Koi that got told. And it was like... But I don't think that makes any sense either. But then I don't know whether this bit's wrong. Motivated by what? Steal something? What's a monument? Okay, where does that word come from? Maybe it would help to know that. From here? No. Where did they get that word from? Or did we just have all the words anyway? I think we just had all the words anyway. Is this a monument? No, this is not where the monuments were. Oh, yeah, there was one here. Well, that doesn't say it. This all suddenly seems so easy now. Are these monuments? I guess so. Why are you showing me this again? There can be 2 First Sentinels. This is no longer to be met with punishment but compassion. First true First Sentinel. First Sentinel next time will live forever. Miracle ever to be captured on film. Real footage of divine moment that gave rise to the first truth, First Sentinel. Bearing the mark of the universe. After the inferno, only one shall rise, bearing the mark of the universe. This is you. Why did you then kill King Latry? So are you trying to destroy the what? Well, I guess it can be a name. Oh, I've not been thinking about that. Kill. Oh, it's just that, isn't it? Not Pravi. Oh, it totally is. Okay, that's what I wasn't realizing. It's odd for this panel to be about a case that is in the future. That's what's messed me up here. I think that is what this is. This panel's about a case in the future. Motivated by... I remember when I opened this up, didn't I say something like, oh, do you mean in the future? And then I think I just dismissed that because it's like, no, it wouldn't be about that. It'd be about this case. But I think it's about the other case. Motivated by... what would it be? So you're killing the king. Is it revenge for... Or is it... I don't know. Not love. Redemption? Faith? So, okay, so yes, so that's the thing here, is that you did all this, you faked it, pretending to be the first sentinel just so that you could get access to the king to kill the king, yes. So it's not about faith, I don't think. Fear, no. Love, no. Lust, no. Money, no. Power, no, I don't think so. I don't think you're going to become powerful. Revenge? Did the king do something to you? Redemption? I'm not sure. I still don't know this. I'm going back to the waterfall. No, it doesn't make any sense, does it? Who told you the trial date? You went to hide in the bunker because somebody told somebody the trial date. We've still got another panel to do. The prophecy told? No. The miracle. Coy's diaries. None of this makes any sense. Okay, at least we're into that state now. The waterfall. No. But then maybe something here's wrong? Redemption? Is that a kind of redemption? But like, if you're being redeemed for something you did in the past. But I don't know what you did in the past. What did you do in the past? Oh, maybe... No, it might be revenge because... Or maybe you could say it's redemption because you feel bad about giving up this couple and them getting killed. Yeah, maybe it's that. I still don't know what this is. Okay, no, that got worse. Oh no, from taking away redemption. Interesting. Oh, so no, taking away revenge. Okay, so it's counting it as revenge. I think that's kind of vague. Because I feel like my explanation for why it's redemption there. So it's revenge for... Like... It's like revenge on behalf of them, I guess? Is how you're describing that? You went to hide in the bunker because somebody told Jamati Pira the trial date. Oh, this is so confusing. Why does that allow gold? I mean, none of those would fit there at all. So it's obviously a person. And it's got to be you. Kwanzaa? No. Tessa? No. The king? Ori? No. Or is it somebody tells somebody else the trial date? I'm confused. Is it told the king? Because like you said you would say on the day. I mean, it didn't make it worse. Okay. So I guess my question would be, if I change it to something it clearly isn't, like that's still okay. That implies that that's now correct, I guess. So who would have told the king the trial date? Does that imply that? I'm actually not sure. No, surely Ori. Are there anyone that knows? No? Actually, that's not true, because I'm just like... Okay, I kind of just want to put... Yeah, okay, this is a bit horrendous, but I'm going to put two obviously wrong things here. Can I make it even more obviously wrong? Yeah, so the dead guy twice. So it's just these two that I've got wrong. And it might be you here. But who would have told you? Koi doesn't know. Koi doesn't know, right? No, Koi. Okay. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because somebody told somebody the trial date. How would you know if somebody else was told? Like if they then told you, but then wouldn't that be in here? I have tried it with the waterfall again, right? The monument? That doesn't make sense. Koi's diaries? Koi's diary wouldn't know the trial date. Unless there's some way of interpreting it. But then, why would you say, no, back here, the date you have given me? Like when? The date you have given me. None of these are dates. Do you have any numbers here? We already interpreted all of that. You've got a number on your head. But I don't think that's relevant. 5. That's not a date, is it? That's just one number. What would you do with that? There's no date anywhere. Am I just being silly, or is this like impossible to get? So it's clearly these two are wrong. So this is right. Motivated by revenge, his final goal, which he achieved, was to kill. Okay. Knew when to hide in the bunker. It's got to be you. I didn't think that made sense. I'm now just putting in stuff that I don't think makes sense, but I guess one of the things that I don't think makes sense must be the thing. The monuments, the Golden Idol, First Sentinel. Can't be Koi. I'm gonna have to cycle through them. Otherwise I don't think I'm getting anywhere. Kwanzaa. Everybody else is dead. No, not everybody else is dead. You're dead. Tessa is definitely. We've already tried Tessa before, so it's not you here. Pravi Nagasai. Who's that? No, that's the dad. So it's only the king, and we've already tried that. Okay, so it's not you here. Right, because if we put in like 2 definitely wrong ones, or better, definitely wrong ones, those 2 or fewer incorrect. Told the Golden Idol, no. Told the Monument, told the Secret Room, told Koi's Diaries, told the Miracle, told the Prophecy, no. None of those make sense. I'm really confused. Did Koi find out from somebody? Well, Ori wouldn't tell Koi, obviously. What the heck am I missing here? I did that ages ago. I've done that many times. Tessa Navari told Koi? Why would Tessa know? I'm literally just guessing at everything now. I'm sorry, folks, but this is what it's turned into. Is it somehow one of these? I don't get how. prophecy? Like, where was the prophecy? Did it have a date in it? Or no, it doesn't make any sense. What's this? Oh, I didn't read this. Great shame. I assure you, my vision for this fine country bears no relation to his. Okay. Like, what the heck are you supposed to do here? So that's nonsense, obviously. What do I do here? I genuinely am not even sure how to move forwards. It's those two things. Has to be. That's true, right? If I put two wrong things in there and it says two of you are wrong, yes, then it has to be those two. Well, the waterfall told Ori the dates, but that's not relevant, right? So it's only Ori that knows. Told the king the dates? What? What? I thought I'd made some breakthroughs at certain points, but nope. Like, this is all in the past. That's all in the past, for sure. That's when those are written down. Is there, like, in theory, something written on this, or... Okay, I mean, I'm just gonna have to put that in. The monument told? My Deacons and I will show up at your temple on the date given to me by the waterfall. You receive no advance notice. I don't want you preparing any of your tricks. Even the palace will not know when the trial is to take place until I inform them on the day itself. So you've told the palace. The palace isn't one of the options. Knew when to hide. Like something from this? You somehow knew? Hang on a second, that's just you realizing this, yes. Realizing that it was all a hoax all along. How did you know the date? It's not from that. Did you manage to convince... Is your... What a handsome young man my grandson has become. How lucky he is to inherit such a strong set of features from you and Shastai. Is your son somehow involved here? Is that not you? Is this the son? No, that doesn't make sense. Just like the same nose as you. Is that what we're doing? So you're the son, it's revenge. But why did you go... still doesn't help me answer anything. But why did you go and join this group? And why did you help them, like, dispose of bodies and stuff? Because you were trying to debunk it, or...? So, okay, so let's imagine this is true. It's your parents, I don't know the timeline, that have been... Were they sentenced to death? An amazing flying boy. Could that be you? Magicians spread malicious lies about the Blessed Waterfall being executed under new blasphemy laws. At the public cinema screening yesterday, husband and wife Shasta and Danitsi Akai, we have a different name, overheard questioning the veracity of the miracle that saved Pravi Nagasai. So they both were found guilty of spreading misinformation before being swiftly beheaded, yet they were killed. So is it revenge for them dying? I mean, it could still be you sitting next to them, and then you reported your own parents or something. Yeah, I mean, maybe you reported your own parents? I don't know how we would know that, though. It doesn't help me with the problem at hand, which is that I do not know who told who about the trial dates. Unless somehow I'm supposed to realize that somebody else is somebody else, or... I'm genuinely stuck. I don't know what to do except just try everything. Or keep going around hoping that something stands out. So yeah, maybe this is your parents, and this is actually somebody else. And I guess the reason they're magicians is because it means they're like more attuned to going, oh, that's what the trick is there. Wait, do we know that you have a son? No, I don't think we do, so I think I've just added that. I guess it could be the amazing flying boy. An old poster advertising the family's first show. So that maybe implies that you're the son? That's not certain. But why would you go and help them? I don't think I've ever felt so lost in this game. Maybe I have, I can't quite remember. There's definitely been times where I've had situations like this. I can't take names from here, right? Are you kidding? Oh no. Surely that's not what you want me to do. I don't know if it helps in any way. What? Surely not. Because like these are on here for a reason, right? I also don't know how it would help. Like, is it Anya told? Am I supposed to use them from over here? I'm confused. Surely not. No, because like most people just have that closed and do this, right? I'm genuine. I think I'm just going to put all these in there. Am I? So let me just check. So if I do this, I guess there's one thing I can do is like put you up there and it becomes incorrect. Okay. So we do know for sure that is true. So I could find out one of the others two. That might be a nice thing to do. So put you up there and then if we can get this to be... So that means that is wrong. Okay. That's good to know. So Koi, also wrong. Tessa? I genuinely... It's not you. Is it the king? No. Well, Pravi's dead. Told... None of these even make sense in that sentence. The waterfall, the trial date. Did I put them all in? Cool. Ori? Are you... Did you tell Ori? Are you there somehow? The dates you have given me, and in what way? How would you do that? There's nobody behind it, right? Oh, but there is another ladder mark there. My problem is I don't understand in what way the date is communicated. Did they just go, the 17th of June? There are other ladder marks there, so you obviously went across and did something? So I think that's what it is, but I don't understand it. So that's the trick there, is that you knew the date because you told Ori. But I don't understand it. Okay. Maybe I'll understand it from clicking on this. Jamati Pira wants to kill blah blah. Something and something. Oh, Koi and Ori. Because together they had ordered that his parents, yeah, okay. Shastai and Danitsi be executed. Right, execution in terms of that kind of execution, maybe. Jamati Pira was able to access the waterfall because the ladder? Oh, the code, yeah, okay, we know that much. Because Koi... Why were you working for Koi though? Huh? So the... so that what's his face's body could be buried there. Yep. Later, Jamati Pira returned and spoke to, like through the waterfall. Ori. From behind, this feels a bit like. Like, how are the symbols communicated? Or were they not? Was there somebody standing there and saying it the whole time? And you're just writing down the words as, maybe. So had you never had any other message from the waterfall? Because all the other waterfall messages were probably false. Before the trial began, Jamati Pira locked himself inside the bunker, leaving Ori and Koi to die. All this led to Jamati Pira being appointed as first sentinel, giving him access to the king. Giving him... Oh yeah, so yeah, access to Lutri Manzik. Okay. Easy. Ugh. Have I? After his parents' execution, Jamati Pyrrhus sought revenge against King Lutri Manzek and his two first sentinels, Orion Koi Nagasai. He joined Koi's following with the aim of obtaining intelligence and access. For long, he had gained Koi's trust by using his knowledge of magic to devise ways for Koi to perform miracles. From there, he bided... Sorry, hold on, let's read that again. He joined Koi's following with the aim of obtaining intelligence and access. That feels like a bit of a... What? Sure. For long, he had gained Koi's trust by using his knowledge of magic to devise ways for Koi to perform miracles. From there, he bided his time and used his proximity to Koi to uncover more useful information. After Koi gave Jamati access to the waterfall, Jamati spotted the cave behind it. There's a cave? Seeing an opportunity, he formulated his plan. There's a cave behind the waterfall? To the airfield, Anya. Oh, so this is right after killing the king. Wait, you've got that mark on your hand? Goodbye, Lemuria. I'll never forget you. Okay. Why do you have that mark on your hand? Because I guess it would have been hearts at the bottom as well? Yeah, I guess so. And it's also the mark of the... Yeah, okay, so you've risen from the... Or maybe you even touched it yourself on the way out from the top, I don't know. Just so that you would have the mark. Okay. The Little Mermaid? Wait, the place from... Yeah. Oh, interesting. Look what I found over there, Oriole. The Golden Idol. Uh-huh, now turn it over. What, why? Made in Lanka. Oh. Okay, a packet of peanuts, please, barkeep. Okay, so this is... Did they know each other already? I don't remember that. Alright. Gosh, that was quite exhausting, and I didn't love having to, like, trial and error my way through it. What do I feel went wrong there? Well, I guess partly I believe that you were this guy and you'd reported them, and that's why you'd gone and joined the thing. I definitely had thought about it when reading their thing of like, oh, who's the son? But I guess I didn't realize this was that far back. Like, there's no like timeline here, so how am I supposed to know like when this is? I thought it might have just been a couple of years before or something. I guess there is the... Hold on, there's the thing here. No, it doesn't say. I mean, and it is recent because they are the first Sentinels. Yeah, the timeline makes it quite confusing. What else about it that didn't quite work for me? Oh, I don't love that this is about the other case. Like in Rise of the Golden Idol, there were like post-chapter things that were about all the things. So it's kind of weird for this to... I guess like Timeline was about all of them. So maybe I should have been set up to expect that this might be about all of them. But I wasn't. I was expecting this was just about this case. But I guess I hadn't pieced together that this is all part of the plan to eventually go and kill, because I hadn't realised that there's revenge here. And then yeah, the stuff about the waterfall I can kind of see now, but like... I guess my main hang-up there is that I thought they were seeing symbols in the waterfall or something like that. Not that it was like literally speaking to them. Like maybe just having something that like more strongly indicates that no, they are hearing something from the waterfall. Because I thought they were just like, well, I kind of thought they were just, you know, in their crazy way, just like looking at the waterfall going, oh, that's telling me to kill my brother. I guess I should go and kill my brother. Whereas it was actually all along you setting that up. But then how do you explain the additional things that they have written down here? Are these not from the waterfall? Maybe these are not from the waterfall, because there is a separate... The other thing says proclamation for the waterfall, but I assume this is just a continuation of that. So I'm actually not sure. So did you... Not you. Did you hear other stuff from the waterfall? And if you did, was it a different voice? I guess I can see something there. Is there supposed to be a cave there? Yeah, I hadn't noticed the ladder marks there, sadly. I'd noticed this platform here, obviously, but let's look at that again from the night one. Yeah, it's hard to see a cave. It'd be nice if that was more visible. Not that it would necessarily have helped that much. Yeah, there's no ladder mark at this point, and there is in the later one. Okay, well, that was complicated. Anyway, okay, yes, okay, let's move on with our lives. So, if I was going to rank these... If I was going to rank them... So I know Eternity's End and Blaze of Glory are my bottom two. Which way round, though? I'm not sure. It's hard to rank things like that. And then my favourite ones... I think either Ascension or Revelation is the top for me. Was there anything here that bothered me? No, this was really satisfying. I especially love any of the things that where you can see like secret little... I guess the ladder markings are a bit like that. It's very subtle though. Where you have to like piece together a series of actions. I guess the Betsy thing was weird, but apparently that's the name of the forklift, is the theory. It's also just a name. If they said something like Old Betsy or you know, what would you call a forklift? Lifter. I don't know. I would have understood that a bit more. So, but I still think that's my favourite. Ascension is my top. Revelation is next. Then Royal Blood, which was good fun. What was the... Let me have a look at it again. It was mostly just names and yeah, what happened. But yeah, it was good fun figuring out the recording thing. Yeah. Like those three were pretty strong. And then I've already mentioned what my problems were with these. Yeah, and again, I guess I would also say that just like with the other one, there's lots of like very tenuous links, or like not enough, what did they call it before? Connective tissue between things, I think. Like that all hinges on noticing the two ladder marks, and also I guess this is an interesting thing with these kinds of games, that if you come into something with the slightly wrong perspective on something, like okay, so as an explanation of that, so one of the perspectives that I came in kind of wrong on, that kind of led me down the wrong path, is the fact that I thought they were seeing shapes in the waterfall, right, rather than hearing something from it. And then so then you can say like, why is that like how I come at that from? Well, it's probably because, well, first of all, like I could imagine that being a thing that somebody does. Like it's like seeing shapes in the clouds or seeing shapes in the waterfall. I could totally imagine that. Then the other thing that comes to mind is there's a song that I know that I like very much, and it talks about like what's the specific words? Let me find it. The song I'm referring to is called Cape Canaveral. Can I just think of it off the top of my head? It's hard to do it while there's other music playing in the background. it's like while the waterfall pours crazy symbols of my destiny or something like that. Wild colors. Oh no, sorry, that's mountainside. I'm mixing up. There's two bits in it. Wild colors of my destiny. That's the mountainside. While the waterfall was pouring crazy symbols of my destiny. So yeah, I got that right. And so I guess I had that in the back of my mind, but like I'm only like realizing that now. It's not like I was thinking about that when I was doing it, but I had that in the back of my mind, like, oh, waterfalls pouring symbols, right? It's like communicating something, and so it's an interesting thing when you're designing a game like this. You're having to fight against everybody's like predispositions towards expecting a thing to mean a certain thing. Yeah. Anyway. I just thought it was interesting to note. There was something like that in a previous case as well. Oh yeah. So I mentioned it in the comments on the video, but like, why was I predisposed to think about the water source thing here? Well, because I have a friend who works in the Environment Agency in the UK and deals with water and water pollution, and we've talked about this stuff plenty of times before. And you know, there's stories in the news and things about like pollutants and how they can drain through from people just like using them in the shower or whatever. Like if you use certain creams in the shower, or if you use slug pellets on your garden, and that gets rained on, that can get through into the water supply and affects like wildlife and fish and can, even if it's not being filtered out of the water, affect like drinking water and such. And I guess like I have that in the back of my mind, and therefore when I'm like doing this, I'm like, oh my god, there's like this thing to do with them collecting water and then washing and all that kind of stuff. And they've got the well on here, so it must be that water is drained through into the well, because that's how wells work. They just, like, it's literally, the water at the bottom of a well is just literally the water that's dripped through the ground. And then you lift it up. And so I was like, aha, that must be the thing. And it's just, yeah, I think it's just interesting to think about how if you're like set up to think about a thing a certain way, it can send you on completely the wrong track. And so it's like designer's job I mean, it's like an impossible job. This is the problem of game design in general. It's not like a movie where you like, you know exactly what everybody has seen and what, obviously you don't know exactly what everybody has experienced before the movie or whatever, but you have a lot more control in a movie or a book or whatever about like where a person's state of mind is. Whereas in a game, they're going all over the place and coming up with their own ideas about what's coming next, and it's like the most horrendously complicated job to try and wrangle that back down towards like figuring out the answer. But that is the designer's job, like I would say. Like even if it's like basically impossible to do it for everyone, I would say that is like that's the work of a game designer. And maybe it's just me that got caught up on these things in this way. In which case, like I would say, like yeah, like it's fine. There's always going to be that. It's not a criticism necessarily of the design that I'm saying that I wasn't pulled away from these thoughts. I'm just kind of saying it is interesting that it is a game designer's job to try and pull you away from those thoughts, and if you just come in with the wrong ideas, you can be on the wrong path entirely. Anyway, that's a long ramble after a very long video already, so I think that is the end. Yeah, it says thank you for playing now. Nice. It's the end of the Lemurian Phoenix. I had good fun despite the couple of bits of frustration. There's some really nice things. I'd love to see more language deciphering stuff in this game as well. Yeah. And maybe they could even do another water supply puzzle where the water supply actually matters in some way. That'd be funny. Probably most of the stuff is already designed for all the future DLCs. I'm getting the impression that, because like in the Rise of the Golden Idol, I know they had different designers, or sometimes groups of designers do different chapters. I'm guessing they've done the same for the DLC. The DLCs, like each DLC is a different person's thing, because the designer of this DLC has been in the comments responding to stuff. Yeah,
So it'd be interesting to see what we get next. It could be completely different, completely varied. All right, see you. I'm obviously, this is in like my extra slot beyond my normal 2 videos, or like normal 2 playthroughs that I'm doing at once. So I may or may not follow it up with something soon. I don't know. But otherwise, enjoy the Lego and Blueprints videos, everyone. All right, goodbye.